So is this most dangerous Batmobiles?
We just do best Batmobile.
Best Batmobiles. Okay.
Or like, yeah, I guess like what would be the best? Not our favorite necessarily.
Okay.
But what would our favorite Batmobile be?
Well, actually, since you brought that up, I think if I can find it. So I have a lot of these Batman Archive editions.
Yeah.
And I wish I kind of would have known this earlier, because I think there is something in these that actually compares like the Batmobiles.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to actually find while we're doing that, if I can find some of the old versions, so you can see. In fact, if I can find the early one, we can see what the first Batmobile
Those are the
like.
old comics, right?
Yeah, these are the original comics.
I have the collection of like the Sunday strips and the newspaper ones.
Right.
They're pretty cool. They're like gigantic.
So here's the first like Bat jet or whatever right here. This down here too. That's funny. But
that's the one where he hangs a guy, right?
I think this. I wish I could get a better shot, but on this page, right here, you'll see that's like the Batmobile, and also down here you can kind of see it a little bit.
So Batmobile, we're gonna start off with the Adam West one.
Okay.
Which is a car I like.
I like it too.
I've seen it many times.
There's blue versions and there are black versions. I prefer the black version. I love the design of it.
Yeah.
On the show, it could do quite a few things. There's like a parachute, and I think there's like a laser, and it's got like a fucking cell phone. Not a cell phone. It's got like a phone in it.
Phone.
And at the time, it was very cool. Radar devices and like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, have they? It's been a while since I watched the show. Did they do a lot of scenes like really with the car?
Yes.
Like doing like action stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
A good amount.
I think they raced the Green Hornet. Because the Green Hornet had the Black Beauty, I think?
I don't remember that off the top of my head, but they might.
Yeah, I think they did.
Okay. I don't think it had missiles like in this.
But if you were Batman, is this the Batmobile you would want?
No.
Because it seems it's a little too long.
If I was a collector, I would want this one.
Yeah.
But in like real life, if I was gonna be Batman, no.
Yeah. One, the top's exposed.
Especially right now, I wouldn't want it.
The top's exposed, which isn't very good if you're Batman. It's like, hey, every criminal in the city wants to murder me. Maybe I shouldn't have a goddamn moonroof. It's very clunky. And by the way, it's also really super bright. Like, you're just screaming, I'm Batman. Like, when you really want to be, like, stealthy and shit. That's one thing about, like, Val Kilmer and George Clooney. Their car had, like, all these lights on it. It's like, you're Batman.
Yeah.
You want to sneak up on people.
That's true.
I don't know.
I mean, you know, at that era, Batman was very much almost more like a police officer.
He was.
And police officers have like sirens and like all this kind of stuff. So maybe they were thinking more along those lines at that point. But I'm going to go with you on this one. I think that this is not the Batmobile to pick as far as being dangerous or whatever.
Yeah. Or just effective. You want it to be Batman. It's not a very effective.
No.
Look, it's got a phone on it. I'm sure that was very helpful for the time. But, you know, I got a phone on me. I don't need one in my car. Yeah. Like, I just call the cops no matter where I am.
It's like a... just I don't even think it had like a dial like on it. It's just like you picked it up and like people started talking. It just doesn't make any sense. They're saying it looks like there's a big trunk. So like it looks like there's a big trunk so villains could easily stow away. Yeah. So there could be the Joker could be in that trunk.
But you know what? The trunk is probably here's the other thing. The trunk is probably full of Batman's endless gadgets, which is going to weigh down this car a lot.
That's true.
He's got his like shark spray and shit in there. That's what he has so many goddamn gadgets. This thing's like a safety hat. Like if someone crashes into him, who knows what's going to blow up in that car?
That's true about the car. But that was my point. And the other thing is he has so many gadgets that I almost feel like he could be overpowered because of all his gadgets.
But no, now we're doing the Michael Keaton one, designed by Anton Furst.
I love this car.
Yes. A design so good that Anton Furst sadly killed himself in between movies. So that's why the second movie has a different like visual style.
Okay.
But
I didn't know that.
His car was so good that they kept it because they're like, why update the car?
It's so good.
Perfect.
Yeah, right. That one and the Adam West versions are like those two to me are the Batmobile. Yeah. They always will be.
I have a ton of the '89 Batmobiles. That's what I fucking loved that car so much as a kid. Mm-hmm. I had so many toys of it. I had T-shirts of it, and I liked all the other Batmobiles too. But that was like my go-to Batmobile. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But is it a good Batmobile to have if you're Batman? That's what we're going to talk about.
Shields.
Shields. Those shields make those. If you watch it, you're like, where are the shields coming from in this? They just kind of like come
he's Batman. He can do all that shit. That's my explanation.
Dude, they're just coming.
He's Batman. Don't you remember what he said?
What?
He said, I'm Batman.
That's true. He did say I'm Batman.
That's what he would say.
So, the car, look, by the way, if you want to strike fear into people, like, this is a scary looking car.
It is. You see that shit coming, you're like, I'm getting out of here.
It's actually got, like, bat shit on it, whereas the Adam West one didn't really have a lot of bat shit on it.
That's no, it had some bat stuff on it. It had a bat symbol. It's got more than the fucking tumbler is. It looks nothing like a bat.
We'll talk about that next. But so yeah, this does have the bat design. But the same problem with the other one. Actually,
this has machine guns.
It's true. It does have machine guns. This one, it's still a little too long.
Is that the Ghostbusters firehouse you just passed?
This car is still a little too long.
It is.
Which is not going to help you in like a car chase if people are going through alleys and shit. Actually, it's in the movie it's shown to be a disadvantage because he goes around like a corner and he has to shoot a fucking harpoon to tie around the pole to make sure he can make it around the corner.
I want to tell you something about this Batmobile.
Yeah.
I actually think about this Batmobile all the time, and I'll tell you why. Whenever I'm driving down the road and there's a lot of traffic, or you ever be driving down the road and there's two lanes and the two people in front of you are driving not fast enough, but they're not letting you get around.
Yeah.
In those situations, I think, I wish I had the Michael Keaton Batmobile, because in Batman Returns, do you remember the part where the Penguin takes over the car and it goes down the street and it's just knocking all the other cars out of the way?
Yeah.
I want the car so badly so I can just knock through like those other cars that aren't getting out of my way.
Here, actually, that leads... Alright, so one, it's bad around sharp turns. Like, if there's no pole to swing onto, Batman's going into it, but it's going to be like this. You're just gonna fall into shit.
That's true.
Good point you made about the Penguin. This car is apparently... Anyone can get the blueprints from the Batmobile. The movie never explains how Penguin got the goddamn blueprints to the Batmobile. This car is easily hackable. That's
Batman's fault that the fucking Penguin got like he shouldn't have let him.
That's a pretty big plot hole in that movie. They never explain how Penguin got that. I'm gonna restart this because I want to keep talking about this.
Yeah, how did whatever. That's another discussion.
I think from what I remember, there was a thing in like the script where like one of like the bad guys, they had a thing where like, and this could not be true. This could just be a rumor that was online. There was a thing in the script where one of the bad guys was going to sneak into the Bat cave and get the blueprints for the Batmobile.
Okay.
But that leads a bigger question. Wait, can they know the location of the Bat cave?
Yeah.
So
that's probably why they left it out.
So they probably cut it out, but now there's like a new plot hole. Anyway, like even before they hack it, that weird carnival girl, she just has like a remote control that just turns off the shield.
Yeah.
So like his security system on this car
sucks.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That makes sense. I'm buying your argument on this too.
However,
aesthetically, I want to say it's one of the best.
However, it is very well armed. It apparently has a bomb that can blow up an entire chemical plant. It's got the machine guns. I do like what you said, the safety feature where it can break apart. Mm-hmm. So there is good shit in this car. Of course, it's got the jet engine.
So where we're at right now is if you wanted to have it in real life, you would rather have this than the Adam West one.
I don't know. I feel like because I kind of would want this one. Okay. But the fact that it is so easily hackable,
that's dangerous.
I feel like it could be more of a burden than a help. Okay. Where, I mean, I feel the same way about Adam West, but at least I'm in control of that monstrosity as well.
I'm going to throw something out, and I could be wrong on this as well. I think I remember an episode where something like that oh, you know what? I don't think they hacked the Batmobile. I think like the Riddler or somebody steals the Batmobile.
Oh, okay. So that one has no theft. Like, so this one has poor theft control. Like, it has the shields, but they don't work that well. Right. And Adam West apparently has no theft control on it. All right, so I guess Adam West has... I might put Adam West just a little bit above.
Yeah, but I think like Adam West probably parked the car in front of the police station, and then the Joker comes along. He's like, woo-hoo-hoo! And he opens the door and he gets in, and then it just drives away. You know, it's a little different.
Yeah, I see. I'm Batman. I don't want people to do it. At least this one you have to work to hack it. I'm stuck on that. I think I'm split. Chat, decide for me. Which one's better?
All right, we're going to the chat. What do you think? Adam, which one would you rather have in a real life situation?
By the way, this is how I feel like when I bought a car. Like, I'm just weighing the pros and cons of the cars. I'm like, well, I like that feature, but I don't know about this.
Okay, people are going for the
89 Batmobile?
Yeah, the 89 Batmobile. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next Batmobile. Okay, I want to mention this first about the Tumbler. Yeah. I think it is the worst Batmobile aesthetically. Okay. I think it's ugly. Okay. I don't like how it looks. I love the Tim Burton one. I love the 1960s one. This thing looks like something that should be in the U.S. Army. It does not look like a bat anything. Which I know it comes from that in the movie, but it's just not. This is not a bat device.
I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of like the tank look. It fits in with that universe. We're not ever like the only bat-shaped things he really has are his batarangs,
which is a big problem to me. He's fucking Batman. Why isn't there more bat shit?
I get why they did it though. Like in that universe. I don't know. The thing is though, if we're gonna talk about Batmobiles, we won. I think this might be the one. That
I said aesthetically.
Yes. Oh no, aesthetically, I understand aesthetically. It's not. The best to look at.
I think it looks like an ugly piece of shit. Yeah. I think it looks like garbage. Like when Michael Bay made Devastator in that movie. I think it looks like garbage. But I will say, I'm probably gonna pick this because I think it's probably the most like it seems like if I got into this in real life, I probably would be safe. Yeah. Where I don't feel that way in the Adam West, like, you know.
Although it's got its pros and cons, we'll get into it when we start going here. So yeah, it is a military grade vehicle, and if you look at like actual military vehicles, none of them are like aesthetically pleasing.
No.
They're built for practicality.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like, he doesn't need to put the bat stuff on this to make it look scary. It already looks scary.
You know what would be really funny right now? Yeah. Let's say that this was all real. Yeah. In real life, and then you put the Adam West Batmobile like on a street, and you put this Batmobile on the street, and the 1961 just shoots a laser at this one, and it just blows up, and we're like, well, I guess we were wrong, you know. But no, this car looks more realistic. Yeah. It looks like it could exist in real life.
And what I like about it is that it's small, it's compact, which actually helps him. Like, he's able to like maneuver around stuff a lot more. Because the other cars are like so big and clunky.
That's true. This is very maneuverable.
Yeah. Like, he's able to outrun like the entire like police department like pretty much easily in Batman Begins. Whereas Michael Keaton had like a problem outrunning people multiple times.
Can I say? I think it's. I don't know if it's the Dark Knight or the Dark Knight Rises or whatever. You can tell me. But which is the one where you don't even see Batman for like a half hour?
Well, the first one, because it's an origin one. But yeah, Dark Knight Rises, it takes a while for him to come like out of retirement.
Okay, so I think I'm Dark Knight Rises. So I like that, where like there's a lot of stuff that happens, and like you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting, and you're like okay, you're at the point where like, is this even a Batman movie? Yeah. And then there's a part where he's like, I think on the Bat cycle or something. Yeah. And then he like turns, he's got the outfit on, and by that point I was just like, oh yeah, I like that moment.
I know a lot of people are like, oh, it takes him forever to show up, but for that story, it was good. And this was just like what they were trying. I understand what they were trying to do. Like they were building up him coming out of retirement. Mm-hmm. If that was like the second movie and it took an hour for Batman to show up, it's like, no, show up right now.
Yeah.
Which they were smart. They show Batman in like the first scene of that movie.
Right. Basically. And it's a long movie too. You get a lot of Batman.
This car, it can take a beating. Like you saw in like Dark Knight, they eventually have to hit it with a bazooka point blank to actually knock it out. But this car, like in the Dark Knight, this car hits a truck head on. It smashes the truck into like the wall.
Yeah.
It's got tons of gadgets. It's got those little little bombs that come out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think it's more powerful though than the 1978 Euro Batman Mini Cooper?
I'm gonna say yes. It's more powerful than the 1978
the Mini Cooper
Euro Mini Cooper. But I think they call it the Tumbler because it can like roll around and get beat up. It also has the feature of being able to do a rampless jump.
You know what? We forgot one thing. I think the 60s Batman separates into a motorcycle as well. Does this one? And also this one does as well.
The 60s one turns into a motorcycle? I thought he just had a motorcycle.
Or it's oh no, I'm sorry. The 60s one, he has a motorcycle with Robin's compartment, and Robin's compartment comes off.
Apart,
Never mind. This one is the one where it has the bike that comes out.
Which is another. I think that's a good benefit to this one.
Right.
Like if you are fucked, hey, you actually have an escape pod in your Batmobile.
I like the idea that like Batman has a motorcycle and he can just get rid of Robin like at any point. Like what if they were going along the coast highway in California, which is where it was shot by Bronson Cave, and he just shoots Robin off the side of the cliff, like at any point.
Well, I say because Batman Returns has like a little escape thing, but that one's not as effective as the Batpod. Which, by the way, Batman Returns, it turns into like a bullet train looking thing, and I'm guessing it can only go straight. And I'm like, wow, it better be a straight shot to the Wayne Manor, because I don't see that thing making like turns. Whereas the escape pod in this, the Batpod, like that fucking thing, you can climb up walls and shit.
That's true. Yeah.
You can drive through a little mini mall chasing the Joker.
So far, by the way, I'm definitely going with this Batmobile.
Yeah.
But I guess the like the Batman Forever one, like that's not in this game, right?
No, but that one's not really great.
That one could like go up a wall. And
one, but like the amount of steps it takes to go onto a wall. It
looked like it was, that part was so bad. I'm
like, all right, so you got to hit a jet underneath, and then you got to shoot a rope. And then you gotta hope you don't crash in time.
You know what I thought was so stupid about that Batmobile? That giant fin.
Oh yeah, it's so big.
It's so bad. I hate that fin.
I like that it looked like an H.R. Giger thing, but and then George Clooney's is even bigger. It's got he's totally exposed. It's so clunky. I don't even know if it had gadgets. But this one can fly across roof. It can like jump across rooftops and shit. It's got that thing where you can go into like the middle. By the way, you're completely covered in it. You're armed.
Yeah.
Like you can either be up here or you can go into that little middle section for more armor.
There's all kinds of shit.
So if we're gonna talk about best Batmobile you would want, I think this might be the top. But there's one more.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So this one, it kind of looks.
It looks more like the Burton one a little bit.
It's like Burton mixed with the Nolan one.
It is.
It's got the gun on the front, but it looks kind of flimsy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. It looks like if it got hit like 2 or 3 times, it was just gonna fall apart and
And I don't remember it having that many gadgets in the movies. Like it has the gun on the front.
This thing looks like it should be in like Mad Max or something.
Yeah.
Not a Batmobile. This thing's, look at it clanking into the wall. This thing's a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's real flimsy. I know he modified it in Justice League to have like a big cannon on it. But I don't know. This car always looks weak to me.
Oh god. The best one is actually the Penguin's duck boat.
Oh yeah, the duck boat from yeah.
That would kill all of them.
Yeah. Actually, after this, I'll show you some of the racetracks. They have a '60s racetrack.
Okay.
But I wanted to like shoot bad guys first. The racetracks are kind of hard in this game.
Hey, I hate this car. I'm gonna throw it out. I think it's absolutely horrible.
Yeah. It's real weak.
I'd rather see one of the early ones from the comics or something. Like this thing sucks.
I
want to see them make like a movie that actually has the big bat like face on the front from the old comics.
I might pick this over like the '60s Batmobile.
No, fuck that. This thing's a piece of shit. This doesn't have any aesthetic. Yeah. But I know it's about like if real life or whatever. But I think that the '60s Batmobile would have more devices and shit on it than the fucking thing. Fuck this thing.
I don't even think this thing has room for gadgets. Like
the motherfucking Adam West one. It's got the whole trunk full of gadgets. All they have to do is like reach in the back and like fucking chuck out whatever they want.
Like I get it's got a gun on the front, but I don't know. I can't see this thing jumping off rooftops. Like I feel like if it lands, it's going to be completely destroyed.
Fuck this thing.
The wheels are gonna fall. Yeah, fuck this car.
Well, all we know is this car's not winning.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
that car's out.
And that has nothing to do with our opinion on the movie. I just think it's a bad-looking car. It looks like it's about to break. It didn't do anything. It's the Batmobile scenes are like some of the most memorable in all the Batman movies. I don't even remember anything this car did.
All I remember is Superman ripping him out of the thing. Yeah. And if like, how about if you're Superman's gonna come after you?
Yeah.
How about make your fucking top of your thing out of kryptonite or something?
Well, he didn't get the kryptonite yet in that movie.
Well, he's an idiot.
Yeah. What would be the car that you would
Let's see if they agree with us. I think they all want the Penguin's boat. The Penguin, the thing.
WD Stretchy Batmobile was pimp. 60s.
Big old bucket wants the 60s one. The Lego Batmobile.
89 Batmobile. 89 Batmobile.
I think a lot more people are picking the 89 one.
Yeah, before we move on, I want to show you the 60s racetrack because I think you'd like it.
Okay. Boat. They want the boat. Oh my god, it's like where the bomb.
Yeah, they all
oh
look
my
like,
god.
Film sets. So, like, the Burton one, it looks like Penguin's underground lair. But, like, the racing and stuff in this game, it's, like, real. By the way, this is... You gotta hit, like, circle to change these. All of Riddler's missions in the game are like this, and they're so fucking frustrating.
I'm looking if they have the pipes that he ducks behind when the bomb goes off. Like Santa Monica Pier or something. They have the music here, too.
Yeah.
Batman! Batman!
Yeah, the Riddler missions in Arkham, they, like, ruin them. But they're all just racetracks. It's like, how is this a fucking riddle?
Do you know the lyrics to the song?
Batman?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I think it's Batman and
They had the copter too.
And Batman. Followed by Batman.
So this is like the film set where they made the show or something. Like it looks like a film set.
Yeah, that's like a little thing they do.
Yeah.
For like, oh, for all the movie car. Oh shit. The submarine.
Oh my god, from the movie.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's cool detail. I just wish the driving wasn't so frustrating.
Right. It's awesome that they did this stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this at all. Well, I think that's great.
Yeah.
Moby Dicks.
Yeah, I'll finish it.
There's the they got a shark in there. there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's hanging from off a ladder. Off the ladder.
It's
like a recreation of that scene.
And there was a big shark repellent next to it.
That's awesome.
Does it change every time we do a lap? I haven't noticed that. I think it's the last lap.
Oh, that convention. That was the mattress. I hope you go by that one more time. Because the part with the helicopter, there's a part in the movie where the rubber foam mattress. Like the Riddler shoots him out of the sky, and then it lands on mattresses. Yeah. That's great. That's one of my favorite parts of the movie, actually.
All right, that's our Batman thing. You want to go to another game?
He's like, it's a good thing I spotted that mattress sale out of the corner of my eye at the last moment. Don't you think, Robin?
Yes,
and Robin's
Batman.
like, yes, Batman. I agree with you.